Oh boy, we've got something interesting here today. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and let's dive in.
That an individual elected to Congress would pull a fire alarm. That's a new low. We watched how people have been treated if they've done something wrong in this Capitol. It'll be interesting to see how he is treated on what he was trying to obstruct when it came to the American public. Did he deny he did it when it's on tape? And I'm going to have a discussion with the Democratic leader about it. But this should not go without punishment. This is an embarrassment. You're elected to be a member of Congress. You pulled a fire alarm in a minute of hours before the government being shut down, trying to dictate that government would shut down? What's going through a person's mind like that? But we will find the right ability to deal with it.
Oh boy. So, for those of you that don't know, Jamal Bowman, yesterday during the, the back and forth over the CR, the continuing resolution to keep the government funded, decided to pull the fire alarm. Well, let's check out some more of this.
That's attention for you. New York Congressman Jamal Bowman, the former school principal, caught red-handed pulling the fire alarm inside a House office building. The drama started earlier this afternoon when the House Administration Committee alerted reporters that the congressman pulled the fire alarm. Bowman told Fox he needed to open the door badly and thought that pulling the alarm would do the trick. Meanwhile, House Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene pointed out that Bowman violated the same law being used to prosecute January 6 rioters.
I want to talk about Jamal Bowman pulling the fire alarm. Capitol Police are questioning him right now because it's on video that he violated the exact same law that January 6 defendants are being prosecuted for every single day. He violated the exact same law, interrupting an official proceeding, and by pulling a fire alarm. It's on video.
Well, and, we had a couple congressmen who are quick to take to X to definitely weigh in on the matter. We have Congressman Troy Nehls, who said, holding up a pair of handcuffs, Jamal, are you ready? Are we showing, do we have a full screen to show that? Oh, maybe not. We also have Brian Mast, who put up next to each other a door and a fire alarm just to make sure that Congressman Bowman knows the difference between the two. Joey, I'm going to start with you on this. First of all, they actually Marjorie Taylor Greene made a valid point. Was this illegal in the sense that at minimum, it is a misdemeanor in D.C. area to pull a fire alarm if you are not concerned for a true fire. At most, you also have the obstruction of official proceedings, which is what you're seeing on a lot of January 6 charges. What's your take on it?
I worked in the Cannon House office building. I'd walk up a lot of steps just to get to a door. I was never on time sometimes because of all the work I had to put in to get in there. I never was in such a pinch to try to get a door open that I confused a fire alarm for a door handle. So I don't know, he's obviously trying to lie his way out of this. I think I can say with a certain amount of certainty he pulled the fire alarm on purpose, and he did it to obstruct what was happening. And, I just hope that, what I really hope is that Hakeem Jeffries is so mad about it that he gets handled from within. That's what I really hope.
Well, you know what? We did have a reporter. There was a reporter who was able to catch up with Jamal Bowman outside of their office, and this is what was said. Bowman said, "I was rushing to make a vote. I was trying to get to a door. I thought the alarm would open a door." And the reporter asked, "So you pulled a fire alarm to open the door?" Bowman, "Yes." Reporter, "How does that make sense?" Bowman, "What do you mean?" Reporter, when have you ever pulled a fire alarm? You thought it says fire on it. Bowman, "I was just trying to get my vote. The door that's usually open wasn't open, and I didn't mean to cause confusion. I didn't know it was going to trip the hole. I didn't know. Jason, you were in Congress. What's your take on this?
Sounds like an idiot. Let's go ahead and put that picture back up. If you look behind the congressman, there are two doors with push handles.
Yeah.
Now, they may have said, don't open, there's a fire, it caused the fire alarm to go off. It would have achieved both. It would have opened the door and caused the fire alarm to go up. But no, he did it. He's got his hand up. I want to see a picture of what's going on there. But he should be treated. He's the one that went out there like everybody else and said, nobody's above the law. If he didn't have that little pin on his coat that says congressman, that person probably would be charged with interrupting a government proceeding. That's exactly what he did in this case. Critical time to vote. We got hours till funding runs out on the whole government. The entire Cannon office building had to be evacuated. Police were called, fire departments called, and something's got to happen to it. It's got to be a consequence.
And it came on the heels of the Democrats saying they wanted more time before the vote. So I don't know. I don't know about that story. But Kevin McCarthy himself, House Majority Leader, he's saying there should be an ethics investigation.
I think ethics should look at this, but this is serious. This should not go without punishment. This is an embarrassment.
Absolutely.
You're elected to be a member of Congress. You pulled a fire alarm in a minute of hours before the government being shut down, trying to dictate that government would shut down? What's going through a person's mind like that?
Well, Sarah, Bowman was a former middle school principal. I mean, how do you think he handled if students were going to pull a fire alarm? I mean, that's all he knows to do if he doesn't want. He's like, okay, so if someone's caught smoking in the bathroom or someone doesn't want to take a test, I know you pull the fire alarm. And that's what he did.
Exactly. He learned from the best, from his students, and now he's taking it all the way up to Capitol Hill. And actually, I have to say, there was a little sense of humor in this because the Democrats have been riding the high horse lately in all of this, saying, oh, look at the Republicans, look at them, they're fighting in the back. You got Matt Gaetz and the speaker behind the scenes, ready to throw blows. Everybody's upset, on the Republican side. And now you've got the Democrats, right, who have to look at Jamal Bowman and just be like, oh, wow, you did this to us right now, right at the very end. So it's kind of a little bit humorous. And I like the way the speaker laid it out, like, he pulled the fire alarm, just the way the speaker does that. McCarthy is just so nonchalant about it. But this is definitely an eye-opener for the American people about.
Absolutely. We'll end that there. But, I will say, now, obviously, pulling a fire alarm, in the grand scheme of things, not that big of a deal. My bigger point is, if this had been a Republican, Democrats would have been all up in arms, screaming and yelling, doing, going through the whole rigmarole, and the thing about it is this, and I know people are on the left are going to disagree and, oh, well, J6 and this aren't the same. The charge is allegedly the same. Allegedly, the people from J6 got charged with obstructing an official proceeding, which is, by definition, exactly what he did. He was obstructing an official proceeding. So there's no difference. Like, the method with which they accomplished, these goals of people on J6 and Jamal Bowman may be different, but the end result is the exact same. You obstructed an official proceeding. So, honestly, I hope nothing comes of this. And I know some of you are like, wait, what? Bro, you crazy. No, I hope absolutely nothing comes of this. And I'll tell you why. Because it'll wake even more Americans up to the actual truth about what's going on. I hope that, just nothing. Nothing. A little slap on the wrist, a little conversation. Oh, yeah, he'll never do that again kind of thing. No charges, absolutely nothing. No jail time. Nope, nothing. Walk away scot-free. I hope that happens. 0 jail time. Nothing. Not even probation. Just a stern talking to and him giving a speech, saying he's sorry. That's it. I hope that happens. So then people can't deny anymore that there is a double standard in this country. For the few that still say that there isn't a double standard. I hope it happens. And we've seen that happen with these Trump indictments. The more you indict, the more we unite. The more they indict Trump, the higher his polls go. So go ahead. Let him walk away. Please do. I hope it happens. I'm hoping it happens at this point. It's only better for Republicans if he just walks away from this situation with just a simple apology and I didn't know. You know, when obviously we all know the difference between a door handle and a fire alarm. Like, and if you don't, you probably shouldn't be in Congress if you don't know the difference. You know what I mean? If you clearly can't see that this is a fire alarm and this thing back behind you is a door, then maybe you shouldn't be working for the American people. I'm just saying. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know. Peace and love, family. I'm out.